Hey guys, it's Nisa, also known as Nisa the Everything. And as you can probably already tell, we're going to get into a little eyebrow tutorial. I'm going to be teaching you guys how to achieve the perfect brow. I keep getting questions about how I do my makeup, how I do my eyebrows, so I thought it would be cool to bring you guys a series of videos on how I do just that. So first I'm going to start off with this KatVonD Super Brow in the color Walnut, and I'll be using the KatVonD Angled Brow Brush. Now before we begin, you want to go ahead and use a spoolie brush, eyebrow brush, whatever you want to call it, and straighten out your eyebrows. Now, starting from the middle of your eyebrow, you want to start to underline your eyebrow. And the reason we start at the middle is because in the front, I like to create a faded effect. So I don't want to put too much product up there to make it look like I drew it on. I want it to actually look natural. And the front of our eyebrow is usually thinner than the back. So we're just going to go ahead and draw the back of the eyebrow and then focus on the front later. So yeah, I'm going to underline my eyebrow and then bring that product up into my eyebrow and then underline the outline the top of the eyebrow. And then fill in any empty spaces or whatever. When you're using a pomade, it's pretty much easy because by the time you draw your top and your bottom line, your eyebrow is pretty much filled in. So this is like going to be one of the easiest brow tutorials you'll probably see. Okay, after filling in the end of your eyebrow, you're going to want to start moving that product that you just applied to the back of your eyebrow to the front of your eyebrow. So you want to go ahead and start in the middle and then just start dragging the product from the back to the front, from the back to the front. And as you can probably see, I did switch out from my brush to my spoolie only because the brush likes to hold a lot of product. And personally, like I said, I don't like to apply the product to the front of my eyebrow. So I take the spoolie and just move the product around with the spoolie brush from the back to the front, from the back to the front. And then just try to fill in all the empty spaces. I do like to focus a lot of my attention on those front brows to try to get enough product through them to make them stand out because I don't know, for some reason, that's my favorite part of the eyebrow. After my eyebrow is pretty much drawn in and I'm liking the way that I drew it, the way that I shaped it, it's blended, it looks pretty neat. I'm going to go in with this Maybelline FitMe in the color 40, which is caramel. When I go in with my concealer, I like to go in any place other than my brow line so that I can kind of gauge how much product I have on the brush and how heavy-handed I am because you don't want to go in too fast, too soon, too heavy-handed with too much product and mess up your brow line because it's hard to go back in and fix it with a black once you got concealer on it. So put that concealer anywhere, place it down, pull it down, and then start on your line and start bringing the concealer into the bottom of your brow line. You also will probably notice that I like to blend out my concealer underneath and around my eyebrow as I go. It's no specific reason to why. I just like to make sure that my eyebrow is 100% blended the entire time. I don't want to see any marks or streaks in my concealer, so I like to keep it and blending it out as I go along, but you really don't have to. I just do this. I'm just used to doing this. Now, when it comes to your concealer, you want to choose the color of your concealer based on the look that you're going to do. So if you're doing no makeup look, or you're not wearing makeup at all, I would do a foundation or a concealer that's the same color as my skin. If we're doing the everyday, all day natural makeup look where you're going to actually highlight and try to bring out your highlight and your contour and still look bad, but still look, kind of like not doing too much, you want to use a concealer that's a shade lighter than you. It's going to bring out that effect that you just got your eyebrows done. It's going to make your arch pop. And then if you're doing over the top, dramatic, about to put on glitter and all that, I would use a concealer to underline your bottom that's 2 shades lighter than you. So yeah, it just depends on everything. And for the most part, I would say if you're brand new to this, stick to a concealer that's your complexion or a shade lighter than you because you don't really want that big dramatic effect if you're not doing big dramatic eyebrows. My next step is 100% optional. I will be cleaning up the top of my eyebrow using this Maybelline FitMe concealer in the color 45, which is tan. And as I already stated about the bottom, when I go in to straighten up the top of my brow or to clean up the top of my brow, I'm going to go in any place but the line of my eyebrow and kind of gauge the product, see how much I have, make sure I'm not too heavy handed, and then I'm going to go into the eyebrow or the line of the brow and clean it up nice and slow. You want to be careful with this. You don't want to accidentally take off your arch. I've done that 100 times, and all it does is make your eyebrow look straight, or you're just going to have to go in and try to draw it in. And like I already stated, it's harder to try to fix an eyebrow after you got concealer in it than it is to make the eyebrow and then clean it up with concealer. So just try to be careful, take your time, keep a steady hand, and you pretty much got this. That will be it for this first eyebrow. And now we're going to move on to the second eyebrow, which is going to be pretty much the same process. So first you want to start by getting your spoolie brush and straightening out your eyebrow hair, making sure they're all straight, they're not unruly, they're all in place. Try to find your shape. This part you kind of want to like get a good idea of how you want to draw your eyebrows to make sure that they match. So I do like to look back and forth, kind of make a mental note of where I want my arch to start or where my arch needs to start and end. And then yeah, get your spoolie brush and straighten out your eyebrows. Then you're going to go in with your eyebrow product at the center of your eyebrow and start underlining your brow and bringing that product from the middle to the back of your brow. And then you're going to underline the top of your brow and then fill in the rest of your brow that you didn't outline. So fill in the end of the brow. Next, we're going to take that spoolie brush again, and we're just going to blend the product from the back to the front of our eyebrow. Remember to pay attention to those front eyebrows that stick straight up. Make sure you get enough product on them to make them noticeable. And then make sure you blend, blend, blend. You do not want your eyebrow to look unblended. You don't want any empty spaces. You want a faded effect, and then you want the end of your eyebrow to be as dark as possible. And you want your arch to be neat. You want your tail to be neat. So just pay attention to all of that. The next step is to take your concealer in a shade to shoe shades lighter than you. Go in with that concealer anywhere but the line of your eyebrow, and then slowly make it to the outline of your eyebrow so you don't mess up. You want to gauge that product. I know you guys probably see me tapping this product out a lot with my finger. When it comes to the concealer around my eyebrow, I like to blend it out with my finger instead of a beauty blender or a brush, only because I'm not really blending it. I want to tap that product in place so it doesn't move. And I also want to be as careful as possible that I don't touch the line. So I like to use my finger. My finger is really my favorite makeup brush, but you don't want to use your fingers to do everything and have makeup everywhere. Then I'm going to go back in with my Fit Me concealer that's the same color as me or a shade lighter than me to clean up the top of my eyebrow. I'm going to go in slowly anywhere but the line so I can gauge the product and I don't mess up the line. And then I'm going to slowly make it to the line and clean up my eyebrow. Remember to pay close attention to your arch so you don't accidentally take it off, and just be careful. Once you're done with that, you can go ahead and pat the rest of your product into your underline of your eyebrow, the top of your eyebrow, go back to the other eyebrow and do the same thing. Then you want to use your spoolie brush to make sure all of your eyebrow hairs on both eyebrows are in place. Make sure that it's neat. Fix any imperfections. So that's what if you need to go back in with concealer and fix imperfections, you can go ahead and do that. And there you have it, the perfect eyebrow tutorial. I really think that this was easy, but since it's me doing it and I'm kind of self-taught, I probably would think anything was easy. But let me know what you guys think. Did you think it was easy? Would you like another tutorial? Would you like me to use a different product, a pencil, powder? Let me know in the comments below. Thumbs this video up if you really liked it, if you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you next time. Thank you very much. Enjoy your perfect brow.